On May 24th, Little Cottonwood Park hosted the city of Los Alamitos' latest Good Morning Los Al for the first time under a big top tent in the park with red carpet rolled out at 8:30 a.m., inviting residents to roll in, take part, and take advantage of a full array of city services and staff present and available for informal conversation, coffee, and a hearty breakfast, compliments of the city. Mayor Tanya Doby kicked off the event at 8:30 a.m. sharp in her own Good Morning Los Al style.
So welcome, and good morning, Los Alamitos. Let's give ourselves a hand. Thank you so much. And then welcome everyone else. I think this is the most people that I have seen at a city event since I've been coming. So I don't know what it was that drew y'all, but you have to tell me, was it the orange juice, was it the coffee, was it the expose over here on all of the happenings in Los Al, or was it the fact that we've got Madeiras? Please find me and tell me what it is that drew you all out so I can make sure to replicate this in future events. Okay, is that a deal?
Deal.
I can have a lot of friends before I leave here today. Okay? Good, good. Thank you again for being here. I'm excited for this event. I'm excited to meet all of you, and I'm super excited to introduce our fearless leader, City Manager Chet Simmons.
Chet Simmons, having the unenviable role of following the mayor's opening remarks, then goes on to explain the origins of the event and why it has become an important part of the city's community outreach.
We have a rule actually at the city, we do not try to follow the mayor after she's been speaking, just because you look silly by comparison. So I did want to say thank you, Mayor, for your unwavering support, and also that the staff truly appreciates you and everything that you do for the city. So when the staff actually pitched this idea to me a couple years back, I quietly tried to shrink back into the woodwork and tried not to do it, but I realized that it gave me an opportunity to actually talk about all the good things that we have going on in the city and where exactly we're trying to get to. I am going to introduce each one of our department heads to come up here and give you a little bit of flavor as to what exactly we'll be working on in the future. But before we do that, I want to take a step back and kind of take a look at where we've been. So when I arrived at the city back in 2020, 2019, we were in a place that wasn't all that great. We had a $1.4 million deficit. We were looking at potential cuts in public safety. We were looking at different places where we were going to have to take money off the board. I'm happy to say that with your support and the passage of Measure Y, we've been actually able to right that ship, and we have now been kind of working on this whole idea of changing from a small town into a small city. I'm sure that all of you have seen a lot of the different things that we've been doing out in the community, events like this, public works projects, and then also reaffirming our commitment to public safety and how exactly we are going to go about policing this town. One of the things that is just constantly has always impressed me about Los Alamitos is it's truly been a partnership with the residents, with our community partners, with the different nonprofits and the different organizations in town. And it's something that I don't take lightly, and I don't think that any of the staff takes lightly either. We have never seen a place that actually has had this much support for where exactly the city is trying to go. Before I introduce some of the different department heads, I did want to talk a little bit about the city's finances going backwards. Like I said, we have now gone from a $1.4 million deficit to every year having a sustained and balanced budget. That's no small thing for a city of this size.
Yeah!
That again is why we take the mayor everywhere.
What's a library?
We also have gone from a place where the city was spending about $300,000 on capital improvements to last year spending just over $3 million to this year having a proposed budget of just over $7 million. The nice thing about that is that our team has worked tirelessly to make sure that we're not only spending money that we have here in the city, but we're leveraging that and going out and getting grants from different organizations, federal government, state government. Of that $7 million, about $3 million of that comes from outside sources. So the ability to go out and actually leverage those funds in order to be able to capture more is something that our finance team has worked tirelessly on. And so I know he's not going to get up here and speak, but I just wanted to point out quickly our finance director, Craig. So Craig's a very humble man. I lovingly refer to him as the professor because he can explain anything. One of the things that the Budget Standing Committee and Craig have worked on tirelessly in this last year is really putting together a plan to pay down the city's pension liability. Whereas most cities have a plan to pay it off in 30 or 20 years, Craig has devised a plan and has gotten the council's full support in order to pay that down in no less than 12 years. That is a huge accomplishment. And I'd like to say that it's also the envy of a lot of other small cities that are out there. They just do not have the ability to be having someone that is that forward thinking. So Craig, I really do appreciate you.
City Manager Simmons then introduces each of the city's department heads to explain past, present, and future plans for serving Los Al.
The way that we do things inside of City Hall. And with that, I'm going to invite Director Noda to come up and talk about Rec and Community Services.
Recreation and Community Services Director Emmeline Noda was the first of several department heads to address this full house, or rather full tent, of residents and business leaders.
We have so much to offer, and we are proud of the fact that we serve all ages and abilities in the programs such as seniors, youth and adult sports, specialty classes and camps, day camp, parks program, preschool program, youth volunteer program, and the return of community-based aquatics made possible by our wonderful partnership with Los Alamitos Unified School District. We keep our residents safe, engaged, learning at every age, and most importantly, connected. For our seniors, it can literally be the single social interaction each week that motivates them to get up and be surrounded by people like Dan and Janet, who love and care for them and provides them genuine purpose. We thrive off seeing preschoolers read sight words and spell their names, and watch our teen volunteers grow up and learn here and work hard to become a staff member. We offer personal and professional growth and mentoring of what it is to make our life work of creating quality for you in Los Alamitos.
City Clerk Wendy Quintanar has the central role of documenting and archiving all municipal record keeping and making those records available to the public.
We are working on modernizing some of our systems. So we do have several public records that are available online that you can access 24/7. If you're looking for something that's not available online, the website tells you how to contact my office, and we'll help you locate whatever you are looking for, whether it's a contract, a council action, anything to do with our boards and commissions as well. And those are all available on the city's website. We have also moved to automating our agenda processes. So we now have our agendas all available online for the city council and also for all of our boards and commissions. So you can look at past agendas and future agendas. You can even register so you can be notified when we post a new agenda, so you can keep up to date with things such as elections, and access to your records is executed. And we are committed to ensuring transparency.
Newly promoted police captain Kane Gallagher, on behalf of Los Al PD, addresses the partnership between police and public in Los Alamitos, as well as mentioning several technology upgrades.
2005, I've been here for 18 years, and I'm new to the captain position. This is actually my third day on the job. But what's not new to me is how amazing this city is, how amazing this community and this police department is. I've been here for 18 years, and it has been an amazing 18 years. I see a lot of familiar faces, relationships, people that I've come to know over the years, and we really appreciate your support this department has. In the position that I've taken over 3 days ago, is our support services captain position, and in that position, I oversee our investigations, our detective bureau, our school resource officer, Officer Brucky, who's actually back there in the back. And I oversee all of our support staff. Those are the people that work quietly behind the scenes that we simply just cannot do our job without. They do such an amazing job. Our records personnel, our property and evidence, our police aides, they really are the glue that help keep us together. And it's great to watch them all come together and work together to help make this community and this police department what it is. The chief asked us to talk about a couple different things, programs that are going on. One of the things that I'd like to talk about is in our detective bureau, we've gone out and done several different presentations to senior communities to discuss things like scams, phishing scams, calling scams, fraud, because in our mission statement we talk about working in relationship and partnership with the community to make Los Alamitos a safer place to live, work, and visit. And by doing that, we go out and we develop these relationships because we don't want to just investigate crimes that have already happened. We want to work in partnership with you to try to prevent these things from happening and improve your quality of life. And our detective bureau has worked diligently with several different programs to go out and help educate the public so that we can not just try to resolve problems, but we can try to prevent them as well. Another wonderful program that I'm very happy we have implemented and accepted is our ALPR program. It's the Automated License Plate Reader program. And just to give you a couple of statistics on that, we are averaging about 3.5 million reads per month of vehicles coming in through this city. Now, that program has really opened the doors for my investigators, for our detectives, to try to resolve these problems of this city. It is directly led to identifying, locating suspects. Some of these suspects are violent suspects. These programs will notify our officers if a vehicle that's entered into a system as a wanted vehicle is coming into our city. So we've actually had several times where we've had stolen vehicles coming into the city. We've had vehicles that are listed for violent crimes, including armed robbery, where our officers were dispatched to the area knowing that that vehicle is in the city, located that vehicle, stopped that vehicle, and taken those people into custody. And that's, again, something that we're doing to try to continue to make Los Alamitos a safer place for everybody. And it's been a success, and we're very happy for it.
All right, good morning. How's everybody doing? All right, we can do better than that. Good morning, everybody. All right.
Deputy City Manager Ron Noda has been with the city of Los Alamitos over 2 decades and held management positions in every department of the city. If it's city business, Ron knows about it.
I've been here for 23 years. I am a local kid. I went to Los Alamitos High School. I am a Griffin. Go Griffin. I make jokes about, we have a lot of employees that aren't Griffins, and I say Griffins are the best, sorry. But my majority of my career has been in recreation community services. When the city manager came on board, roughly around 2020, I transferred over to my current position in development services. So July will actually be my 3rd year. And so again, I couldn't do my job with the help of the team here, and I'm about to tell you why. So 2 key concepts I want to talk about today is enthusiasm. Okay, so number 1 is enthusiasm. What does that mean, enthusiasm? We are very, very excited about the projects that are coming to Los Alamitos. So since we came here, I came here and the city manager came here with the support of our council, roughly around 2020, like the city manager stated, our CIP budget, our capital improvement budget, averaged for about a decade around $350,000. In 2020, again, council approved a budget. It roughly went up to about $2.8 million. This current, in 2021, our current one, it's around $4.4 million. And next year, it's proposed to be over $7 million. So those capital improvement projects are street improvements. You see a lot of street improvements. You see pavement markings. You see arterial signage replacement. What else do we have going on? We mentioned that 2 parks are going to be online to get refurbished. Labradette Park and Stearns Park. Big deal because those parks are 25 plus years. The average lifespan of a park, play equipment, everything is about 20 years. So we're due for that. What else we got? We got field stuff. We got proposed, like I said, proposed is changing some lights on the intersections, relocating some poles. Again, development services and the capital improvement project is supposed to assist with the quality of life for the community. All right, so we're very excited to present that type of project that's coming up in the near future. So again, stay connected. The second thing about staying connected is we want your feedback, right? So currently right now, we have a survey out there for short-term rentals, right? We need your feedback to see. Currently right now, the city does not allow short-term rentals. What are short-term rentals? They're like the VRBOs, the Airbnbs, right? But we've had a request from residents to allow that in the city. We want your feedback. So again, visit the table, we'll get that. We will have upcoming surveys in the future. Surveys for street sweeping, survey for neighborhood parking, survey for neighborhood entry monument signs. So again, stay connected with the city, therefore you can put your input into what the direction the city's going. Lastly, before I know everyone's hungry, we'll get it there. Lastly, I just want to say thank you for being part of the city. Thank you for coming out today. We really, really appreciate you being here. I encourage you to visit the tables, ask any questions you want. We are here to support you as a resident. That's our #1 mission statement in the city. We are here to provide a quality customer experience for residents, businesses, property owners, and nonprofits in the city. So again, I thank you. Again, I encourage you to visit the city, and I hope you have the great rest of the day and great rest of the week. Thank you.
After each of the city departments weigh in, the breakfast is served. And local residents are able to saunter over to the various municipal services tables for a little one-on-one with city staff, a rare in-person opportunity many took advantage of. Some, not so much. But for most who attended this Good Morning Los Al event, beyond the breakfast, was it worth getting up for?
You're from the TV.
So how did it go for you today? Eileen?
Eileen, yeah.
Resident here in Los Alamitos. So
Yes.
This event, was it everything it was advertised?
It was definitely very informative, very enthusiastic. It gave me hope for the city. And I look forward for the great things to come.
Okay, thank you very much. So, sir, on your way out the door here, the event is closing out this Good Morning Los Al. Was it a good morning for you as a resident? Did you find answers to the questions you came here with?
Yes, I did. I was very pleased with the responses that the staff gave me, and I'm looking forward to getting some resolution to a concern or two that I have, and I'm very pleased that the city is putting on this kind of an activity in order for us to reach out and speak to our representatives.
Would you come to another one if they did another one?
Sure would.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Based on the enthusiastic turnout for this latest Under the Big Top event, city officials are promising another Good Morning Los Al in the fall. For an event as well received as this one, it does seem like a long time to wait for another free breakfast and some one-on-one with your city officials. For Los Al TV, I'm John Underwood.